for this month.
Yes. And last Wednesday.
Yeah, on your address here.
Hey.
November, Canada or the family, and then we. Na if you are done, yeah. Only December. The man I work too. Even before.
And what's now 30th November. Okay, my second born birthday or chna.
Oh, okay.
It was Omumi in November. Nana Kwame or chna.
Okay.
And first born is 2nd November and 30th November.
Why are they? Because it will be one day do a not or much of that baby a day to know much of that. Aha. That is now my birthday the baby say wow, maybe a baby next week because wow, look at this. Why are they in advance to our second born in advance to great intimation because I make a say eja we romantic and caring and man on
birthdays if had colana and ma so Charlie or wife who refit the birthday
April food there and
oh okay first April
it's the end sometimes Americans with April food they want to say them that I know they it will be difficult to
say
you see about my carana me mama me papa when the baby call me new man me man and kasa de nyame anim obi ya kwa embassy kwa me abusa bisa ai me ba birthday me di gina wo kwa me ho birthday o me birthday na o be ka if you know
so
you can say that you must achieve me o mu ti because have you seen so di we must say a deliberate effort on my part na me ti chigu me ti but o mu say that a day to know much that bazaar. Sure. At the pub every day, at the pa, my home like that next week. It's good as fathers.
Sure.
You can't name Kolani boom. You know, yes, I almost feel that no matter how responsible you are for the family.
Yeah.
When you know count a more responsibility,
it's true.
It's true. You know, because we are Burma, they be at the Mekase.
Pressure not Dawson.
You may go to Dawson.
See, why are you deliberate?
So I love it when Sonny Badu.
Yeah.
Now that was Sam or join your move for worship.
Charismatic evangelistic ministry.
Now all can say, oh, but Ofrimu Kakra in your time for the family.
Yeah.
Echo won Kwadansu. I was saying Kwadansi, was saying, you know, in ASM, make what I'm saying, more. Because
within this short period in Valenciano.
You're right, I'm telling you. Ain't the woman there. Don't be twins to cry, PM 1, 2, 3. I was saying 3 shots, amount twins, 2, or 6. Triplets, by my boca.
No, that's 3 shots. No? Are you saying, sir? Because I don't know.
For 10 years.
No, has it been 10 years?
From the
music scene.
From the music scene. Just to ensure, sir. The family.
To me, I concentrate on the family.
And it's very good.
I think or building a check. Oh, sorry, what Atlanta.
Yeah, okay. Let me tell you. ABT teach you a lot of men of God. People who are active in the work of God.
When
you're a man,
when your time on my family.
Of course. But they say soft by we win, sir. Soft by we but
and I did back
so true bar. No, say Obianwa, except in few cases. Obiani who obey payum obey abashabonida. Except in few cases.
They say unwo baboneda also
it is all true banner say unyamiri chow. Now timi manage na unya kwada na so form de wo kabia oye na o hwese adom
enye easy
e yan wa ho say o man de there be
share
eye onyame grace bi na ato wo ne kwada ne so because e babone de obi anim say o wo babone wo be wan ni pram no abe frame. So
and especially we osan software no say the enemy no try wo direct na say
obefa baby officer be boy of course
in the Oma are always a target.
And even those of us talking about it teach us how many church members and a demo
asofo
how many church members it was wrong man you are left alone there. Apostle Selassie, Apostle Pentecost chairman. How many people deliberately within the week? But it's incumbent on him. Say no,
Now on no busu.
No busu. Me kai kwa no e so the breakthrough be twisi. So nyame di phobia na nyame bo phobia amwa ma na busu na ni ankowa. You see say ahode ojama
because and na me hwe Max na the last time a Kostra Bishop Dagi was
yes
on my
the
pamphlet book na a crusade healing Jesus crusade countries are akko close to the 100 and something countries now you can imagine say oko country be akwara say odi 5 days and 1 week
obebro all settled down for the crusade no we are all here 1 or 2 things
and you ask yourself say time no be nyama abusuano ene ne ma
abusuano
e dey na metie ne ba no ye bishop bishop
UPS hono
yes the UPS hono na oka pastor oko ye one of the bishops omo archbishop bishop Dark ase na me aton sa friend na nsan ya intina odi ne ho adanse and or say odo sa bishop ni yi etre no in fact to the extent say bishop ne fa ne say ne ba o school ni school awo bishop ne be bo ababa be sra no che say it could do that level or can some crash bishop ni bo sin ono ne papa in imagine say bishop da ga enya obi sa or grounded to do what the man did.
Just imagine.
Unfortunately, we've also gotten to a point that communal living and Ghana for ni nim. Say obi timi show obi ba.
Obi back every monetizing and that monetization is crutch na ba na se for. Inte say no. Obi a de dey crutch. Inte tie so crutch no. Aju ni nyame. Inte tie o crutch no. Aju ni nyame.
And I want to make obi ba.
No. Aju ni nyame. Say mo say how the kofa kra dey engineer bebre beba. Because no come na yeti ase mofra no. The next estate no nipa no che wono no otimi ba ebo mi wie anyume oluma mo ba complaining mo oluma mo say oye ABC the oluma be yes oluma be say wie wani ma no when di ha 1 2 1 we di to be 3 oba power wan kaza mo say wa power but say de ya twe won afiri ho onim say nipa bi atena bro no ba akoso say pa say o matimi kra chia anaso afia no ahia o matima nante akofie awodo ma bia na ha the one that me who ABC bi mo Ghana bi obia say obia
me ne me yire ne mabusua
obia
I think those are traits I was see a sign come back to because a boy in that communal living no you are your brother's keeper obia ye nua ehwefo and I think it's something we have to seriously go back to. Let me do this birthday dedication and the birthday of the former president John Dramani Mahama. He's 65 years
before
today.
I think since morning I've been talking do ne birthdays and I am me actively involved because Miss Renyame in fact I always pray for long life for him because baby Amijina and they will play a foundational role, very relevant role. So I say no, I be drew her because Okosu plays a very key role. Me my brabo.
Yes,
you know, to say Obi, unimshi now to touchy man. No be came up on the Bollywood boy, baby, and also be classic 91.9. A Frezeni station,
radio station.
No what Gina, no I can say me tell more than one how can radio so me Gidi say
Oban Kraya
Ebebo. Just that there are two personalities, Victor Smith and then
John
Dramani Mama. Just that the next minute, there's a call from the late Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem that the member of parliament for Bollywood boy. Or say me mouth, say my kaka crack me mouth 600 Ghana.
Sure.
Nafafaka. Now I was like, it's a dream. Because I didn't believe that. Unim ni said in the Suba that on being Benoit all. It is sometimes I'm wondering how it happened. Or Jimmy Tran in chain for 3 months before I make a good house. Eko shake with the money a year Kufrini, Edgar Pia money, Sanko Funi working with Radio Gold, close contact with me, ABC there.
Wow.
So I continuously pray for good health for him, and I thank God. Say, any people more cross or pass, you have nothing to say than to continuously
Sure.
appreciate them.
Sure.
Na koso se onyame ahoɔden
Emma wo.
ɛne n'animuonyam to no so. At 65, that means
Yes,
that what they buy,
65
no.
years.
As a man, me trefa me bubble 22, me a guy and kasa so. One the first person so mama did you restaurant so. They be restaurant refi. Oh, Osu Hobe Mekai, he's a sweet person to be with. I will forever be grateful. Jene Troyan, me unse town church or I will forever be grateful. And His Excellency the former president. John Dramani Mahama, Memoa Dapa.
65 years.
I continue to say Semedasi for your continuous futu near Kwanchina. In fact, the last time we met was the British Airways. When we didn't come ye pa na the catcher said. And so I wish him well in all his endeavors.
Yes.
You know, Medana say that relationship and extend the rather than on a Jamiama a Yeninia Ibrahim Mahama. You know, to know the me buy and I mean or stable me, you know. Ana a compre konso share say emudaho. I don't know see I don't be you fa home call at the call. That's establishing Ken City Media. Yeah. So Medana say forever proud of him, very grateful to him, John Dramani Mama and your entire family. I've seen say no koye donation be or orphanage be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Onyamin Show. Onu nyame ne tutu nipa na mo si inti emeti me aka afa.
Fantastic. Inti former President Mahama, happy birthday to you. 65 years and yeah, easy. And there is a young lady in Swan Sudina Woda and we say Obi today 29th November 2023 marks the birthday of my daughter Hajia Hawa Alhaji Mahama. In the Ononso Ewa Mahama, Dini be Hajia Hawa Alhaji Mahama. May the Almighty Allah bless her for humanity. By Alhaj Mahama Salia of Banda High Court, Banda Line Ewa Wenchi. Inti Alhaji Mahama Salia Obaba Hajia Hawa Alhaji Mahama Edina Woda and a happy birthday to you, Hajia, a young lady. I think she is it 5 years? And I will need 5 crowd. And happy birthday to you, and may you live to be 94.7 and beyond. It's obvious, oh Papa Epewasem Papa, because or the message is not about time without number. And happy birthday to you. This one says, a happy birthday to aristocrat Kusi Broja, aged with grace and wisdom, from all members of the aristocrat fraternity. And aristocrat Kusi Broja and Yawawoda, happy birthday to you, and do have a really, really good birthday. And, yes.
And the surprise back on who was social media. Me no, but I've seen her almost all the time working with the president.
Okay.
And yes, 60 years. I'm surprised. She doesn't look at Saratu.
Oh,
Saratu
she's 60?
Yeah. I'm saying, wow.
60 years.
I'm saying, I'm for different name in our show, man. I say,
oh wow,
yeah. So if Odin out there now, I'm so happy because
60 years.
Me shine from afar, but and now I'm 16. I'm so wow. I'm gonna make me say we are 42.
Hey, 60 years. Hey,
very beautiful.
Woman.
Very beautiful woman.
60 years.
Happy birthday.
Wow. That's nice.
And then
that's
nice. And then we will do our day. It's a happy birthday. I've seen some did church.
Wow.
Nana Prempe so you can also chiao.
Nana Prempe, United Kingdom.
Yeah, also chiao. See the Baba Alexandra Brown Prempe. Ono so di na woda.
Nana Prempe na catch say me ba UK next time. Or say me huno.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
about countless times just to ensure so be
I'll try and see him this time.
Nana Prempe na me papa fi me I think papa bi papa fi amanoni.
Wow.
E de pound abremi e de elder wabremi insan net shaw kakra.
Obi, kindly wish my younger sister Eunice Nyakon Akowia a blessed 30th birthday from Dominic Akowia or ECG Accra East Regional Office. Into Eunice Nyakon Akowia, you are 30 years today. Happy birthday to you. It's from your brother who works with the electricity company of Ghana. We say, Obi, I am Yao Ejay from Buenim. Happy birthday to the former president. And for a bit of education, and there is a difference between former and a formal. In the former, 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 X, former, just say X. In the former and a formal, the formally official in the FORMAL, into a formal or an official event. In the ex-president, a former and you're formal, and I think that correction should be made. One of the things where you call for a pie am and I am. Into the short form of I am and ye am and ye am. In the I am short form, ye I apostrophe M. I am. By any public, am. It's something.
So, two quick write-ups, interesting, and I believe in all the two. The second one, I believe in it, but but this one I very much believe in.
Okay.
He was born Thursday, but called Kofi. He's popularly called Nana Poku. Honorable Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, solid brand. Nothing can soil it. As for the calculated empty attacks and character assassination, there's a lot more to come. Continue setting a useless agenda against him. His focus on the mandate he has been assigned to. The future is so bright. Your good works and kindness that attract thousands around you will always be a worry for many. They go low, we go high. You are blessed, and it is waste of time to be thinking and scheming about you, because it will amount to nothing. The future is you. So this is from sentence bar 4.
Oh, sentence bar 4.
And I thought
sentence bar 4.
I'm aligned.
One of Napo's
I'm aligned.
Very
love
great
it.
supporters.
You know, he happens to be a very good friend.
Okay.
So I just believe that I also fall in line with Sadia Wachuri. And then Kobe Mensah also wrote something interesting.
Kobe Mensah, lecturer.
Something interesting today. The VIP has forgotten that for some hashtag Ghana card holders, there were standings to guarantee for them. Others had used wrong addresses for registration and etc. Of course, Ghana card is good, but please don't sell it like Madame Catherine.
Kobe Mensah and the trust or catch my vice president.
Say Ghana card need.
We should say Kobe Mensah.
The Ghana card. Oh yeah, Ghana card.
Kobe Mensah lecturer no.
It's a Ghana card need.
Me person me sure.
Me na makachi o say.
No, say Kobe Mensah lecturer no.
You Kobe Mensah baby. Kobe Mensah makachi. Kobe Mensah unim no.
We a professor no.
And me see Kobe Mensah unim no. And now be there of interest to me.
No, I get you. But I just want to be sure. So
but I'm saying that. Or see, me there no. Ghana card. And one for so. The integral makers lalas. So lalas it here me there. So when you mention yidi. Sure. So what I say.
Sure.
So you free sound commodity ni man. I'm person lalas tie. You free sound commodity man. Say Ghana card. And na sebi ibidiana. Or maybe a person, or maybe a 2 pound. You cannot run away from some of these basics.
Yes. Identity is critical.
Untimi need someone in coffee. Untimi we be untimi nya bibi osumasi. Untimi nya nyoma ensem fata. Because e chicho mind e se nya fapema e be boa. Unya sa fapem ni wi a, then you build on it. I be connected to other areas.
Absolutely.
It is once there's an admission that Ghana card na e ho onfaso no. Mama nyina me ho na me de. Ebi an officer the vice president is trumpeting it too much. Ebi an no Ghana card ni betimi aye. Ebi a time on so ye. And I say the vice president cano. The officer ebi a Madam Catherine who the role ebi a all.
No, but for me the real embarrassment for us as a country. The biggest embarrassment Omanya, you don't know your people. It's the biggest embarrassment in the 21st century. We don't know them. We don't know. And then untimi Rala Cote d'Ivoire. unkra kadante.
Yeah.
And the kadante ye entry card. La Côte d'Ivoire wu nibia. You are not even an Ivorian. And they say ye nim ye man for. We cannot identify who Ghanaians are. It should be the biggest embarrassment on us. It should be the biggest embarrassment. Any attempt to want to solve that problem, no, I will see in our support. And I think we are late. We are late to the party.
Yeah.
As far as identifying our people is concerned, we are late to the party. And we really need to say your resources, they be pushy, your friend is NIA. To complete that project, they should complete it.
But that has
they should complete it. Because we need to have done this long time ago.
One national character, Obi. I bet me a boama and yoma bianet me we resist it with all the force and the might. And then they know. Na ye nu ye ho se ye ntu sa ba.
Yes.
And no metie Guta president. Metie is it tag for?
Yeah, tag for ba Guta for ba na Food and Beverages Association.
Metie obia.
Yeah.
Metie very salient questions when you're representative of parliament, you know, about an alternative.
Yeah.
Metie a very critical question like say, are they against the import restriction or what options have they put on the table?
Yeah.
You know, say yan chance here ni nkomo bi say. Na bribia da yeti important says here the to me be the share when say the share when with the minority is not emphatic say.
Sure.
And no comment say all correcting say. He shouldn't personalize it as the person KT Hammond, but the ministry and the minister.
Sure.
Because Obi, media to the best of my knowledge, that is what I know Ghana has been practicing. Obi Akran raising eyebrows.
Yeah.
At this point, what has happened? Anti-raise because Brianna Yakwaji in Coco importation and 60% importation, local percent production. It was the deputy minister in charge of Agric. Dr. Louisa Hanabisi. Baby Obi Amechiano.
Yeah.
Unknown the bench sure say.
Wama
permit no. Now permit no dama was high follow-ups.
Oh really?
Yeah, she was good at that. That's a wo yasekofa enyoma ye nkuko force nkuko ifra manone bra. The ebema was said to me or the kwa farm and say ko akati anase ko infun farms and local farmers no Boris mo. Kona kofa yan nkuko ya yo mo adwuma fresh ones no. Kofa 40% of production no fa bra na fa begu warehouse no na fa ye be inspection wi a ya ma wa kwanya
so for import bi bra oh that was the regime
of
then
course the 60-40 regime that was it.
And is it the case the minority based on normal learnings from sa exercise no and no movie say we when you adwuma
I didn't hear or I did because I was a part of the process by virtue of Jefamco. I was a part of the process.
No, because when you listen to the minority, Enra, fortunately, Honorable John Jenapo SND message, time and EADM common. And his argument, I mean, inter alia, na or can essentially say, let me get the exact words I want to use. Or say the minority is not against import restrictions.
Perfect.
But to leave the selection of importers to the minister is a no.
But in their case,
and I say, is it where you based on learnings from?
Well, I can't speak for them. But in their case,
yes,
I don't know. But that was what they were practicing. Dr. Louisa Hanabisi, you know,
and
he was in charge. If it's a collaboration between Dr. Louisa and the chief directors, that one I don't know. But minim say, ansana obetua na mombia sabrena na boiler project yes. Akoye importation of 60% of whatever consumption you or production you want.
And also show 40%. Say no so what
no kwano. Say full farm so say Boris so say for obema something to show.
Say what about Toby
and then show it to the minister. And say the minister na ma wakwanya. I'm a what me akofa 60 no. I believe that is the same practice.
No, but then if the minority is fighting this power edema minister now, it tells me said then maybe omo hu say ya ye bida amwa yen in the most ye biewa emwa.
Oh, it was a successful program.
Oh, how was it?
I'm telling you, Obian who raise
any issue.
Import
really issue.
No, they were happy, especially the local farmers. The difference here, I know I'm feeling I can say. Yet he said here, we mu the person, omu nyina person omu kire say, ya yi omu asutiri, ana adira say putu na bam. Hono no kakra no, ana ebia meno meji say, because we no almost all the local poultry farmers, Jefamco, Dako Farms and Omo Bois Dako Farms.
They were happy because of the.
It's a China
40% will be bought from them.
Even that time, now prom. Not now. The next challenge was feed and then pricing.
Let me ask this other question. With Sir DSC under Louisa Bisi, was there a committee? They were application beko committee, you know. Committee ne betina recommended. Say be a minister Emma approve. Na committee bisa ho.
Nipa ba kwa no no je ne ye. Okay. She did it with the director of veterinary services. It was not the minister of trade, and we had data on the importers. Processing equipment was the problem.
Okay.
So over here, Jefamco and Dako Farms.
Okay.
Now you processing your man na a target.
Okay.
And you go bar. Hi, machines, you be faster, you be papa, you be bag your and all those things. I think that was where Jefamco and then Dako Farms had the extra support. But in Fum Akati Boris, Sa Omo Farms, they were in that process. They were doing it.
And now my question is say afe auto 40% new year. Now person will import biba. Did your application go to a committee? And I said, direct.
I think I stand to be correct. Me, the name say Dr. Louisa Hanabisi. Maybe in collaboration with
because in the LI now, no, it will go to a committee.
Yeah.
The composition of that committee and association for say no. That committee, the composition, you almost assign no more. They are now proposing say committee reps from the trade ministry also AGI or rep also because money AGI and Kasan and some more than they are against importation and they don't think they will say AGI rep also. They propose say Ghana Police Service in your rep also, Ghana Armed Forces in your rep, Immigration Service, Customs in your rep, maybe our Monfa National Investigations Bureau NIB rep and Koso. And on the banner, they are comfortable.
It's I've just been told by Obi Ano's serious party kind of system. Said it minister office straight. So i.e. Dr. Louisa.
Then this will be an improvement.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. I think this one, the only person who say there be any KTM on your no. Can the question our Greek ministry and your friend
Eco trade.
See the co trade there. Yes, Rose say Yankasa. Yes, Rose say
yeah.
One way you now face Nipa be better so I know I abuse. Into your NIB form, your national skid form, your Guta form, your tag form, beverages form.
Almost see a new movie because they are interested parties. In the Kenya, a whole independent committee.
Perfect.
They are also saying, say committee nema approval. See in the LI, no, when the committee approves, the minister has the power and authority to say, no, committee no enyadwin. They think that the minister should not be given that power. Everything should reside with the committee. Committee ni approval final. Again, they are saying the new LI, no, so we won't know decision be of the minister. So now we appeal. It is the same minister.
In all this, what's the advice from the Attorney General on matters of this sort?
The AG should have advised and some even LI and Ako Parliament. That's what I think.
Advice be.
Me say. Before say LI in the Parliament, you know, it should have gone through the AG for his advice. And I should think say be AG na advice as we stand. I don't know into me ma concrete response. And
I've just also been told say most of these stakeholders, you know, they fall under Ministry of Food and Agriculture, not trade.
Guta will not fall under Ministry of. Guta would be a partner to the trade ministry because Ghana Union of Traders Association, food and beverages still trade, import and exporters still trade. So we share peasant farmers, no, and rice farmers, anyway, poultry farmers. Now, yes, agree. But
whichever way,
I think the engagement should continue.
Because one, and now come out diwa. They may tell and say,
yes.
Any pana any ombebo brana kasano. Omunyanti omahuasiwi. But any pana so omufansho mutim. Guta ne tag no mama kanyo.
It cannot be business as usual.
Yes, we are
the status quo
we are not going to always please them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they say, when you dear Kwanzo, and see a true form also, just to look at the bigger picture and see the majority of the people in this country will be the beneficiaries. Yeah, respect to them because doing business in this country is very difficult. And there's no doubt about that.
Because I kept on asking, say, omu problem being partner with the LI. I got the bit about the powers to the minister and the committee and how that relationship now would work. Or more arguments say change membership of the committee as it currently stands in the LI makes sense to me. What I think also stretchy at the end of the day, more resistance on the transparency mechanisms from the LI. For example, say we minister no also person wants to permit in the LI there are some requirements also fulfill. Okay. Say you have to submit your company profile, the list of your directors, you can say shareholding structure. Sika or they quite important because we are in this country. You're complaining about say obi kra nyeska or man obia musa baby any sika efi money laundering issue in this country. Indeed, why should anybody have an issue? Say import. Now what's the source of why should anybody have an issue?
But that is
that transparency mechanism is not more resistant. They should come again and convince some of us because I don't.
That's been the
challenge.
Get it. Yeah, per se. I won't say they be American. Yeah, per se be a very well. Where we? Some catch us say yes, it's sound because ye kosunya mfaso free side drama ye dina ye nini ye. Ye kosunya mfaso. Sabi odi abi we are umpio kwashe wako. Na we pa na kwatena enkomo bim. No more din common. Now tie said the amount for say a tour walk or so and so omoni a year customs ne a year movement or system where your access in Nagana no ye pe change
Charlie.
Ye pe change ni
because nana poku tag for general secretary and misika me ko di dwade wo si dem be hwe misikam wo si dem busa bibia me how do you
they should stop doing that. They should stop doing that because what you can say e sika. It is maybe there are issues about Usikana. Or man or woman, Mrabia knew a bit Macase, or Branning, common, how far with whatever. And I'm say, ye share done today, ye who say, ye be seeing such a honestly. Me about to say, I don't see any change. All the change I see is that ministers assistant. Sika DNA Hunya Echo, baby for. But on many ye didn't in Puntuno. They be adamekasa atosi ayeko shoko because they be ameka same way say Kumasi Accra wo de adi enya adi no so mine you say if you do from 1992 can be this Kumasi Accra wo nkwa de ye be hihye pampe kama ye nia branke ye de dada ye nya because obi ababa be so 5 kilometers near yamaye so say ya that's why we should get our priorities right. Inti misre baby achechire Ghana akudu no me ka se wa ma Ghana nti ma fa na tuma pa efra Ghana nkunimdie no it can never be enye baumia nko ani kura se nkunimdie nye former president John Mahama ni kura se nkunimdie omo ye nhwesofo ni kandifo that is why obi a unya kwanya under these two gentlemen 2024 unya kwanya obi o wini bia unya kwanya be hye na se osom Ghana. You have to reflect that privilege now, Ghana. Sometimes it's worrying. Yes, you could take a prayer, but every year, every day, every second, it keeps increasing. Because with your money, but an amount to make it a deterrent, you know, it's not working, it's not effective. But Emrano, fantastic Emra. Sometimes you so I know somehow very selective. Sometimes, you know, I know partisan. Yambrana a partisan. Who clearly say where they were tough from Bibian and a pepe. But we bet to make the same thing. Zani pan be room around sir.
And there is resistance to this LI because at the end of the day, no man, and I think and also no, that's where I agree a bit with associations near Bahano. Say when power is concentrated in one man who is a politician, who has political interest, who also benefits from the system, the political establishment, then na yimuno astarte eba. And I say, wow, the highest bid and half year man permit to go and import. And I think a Honsu was our fears, now a legitimate fears, because Honorable Katie Amon might be a good person. You understand? Maybe you no the trimu fan or any papa. But when this law takes effect, our man Ochina, another minister can come, maybe any minister or any papa. And when you have that power concentrated in him, and and I think that is why I was saying putting in place a lot of safeguards a very independent committee, and your committee may be beholden to the minister.
But even
that safeguards should be put in place.
But those safeguards, you should buy a very key. This year, I have been fed with very important information. Even the time I make us another Dr. Louisa Crabon.
Sure.
Or see, people still forge receipts to indicate that they've bought 40%.
But that is the point.
Yes, you. And your minister.
That is the point.
Yes, you. So you can't blame the minister all the time. You can't, because, but for this information,
yes,
my thinking was right. We say, Obia Onya Kwanya Bia Kwajin 60 by now the crata and local production be done CSA. My Kwajin 40, it warehouse.
Yes.
Or storage.
Yes.
It's in Patoma to me crata.
Yes.
Oh, the Bassa minister, no? Clearly, and say Obi Odema because the share have fulfilled it.
But that is why, our man,
Yeah.
that's why you need another layer. This layer, and I love the idea of having a committee. The composition of that committee should be looked at, because our committee, all these investigative agencies, no rep so. All this are forged receipt, they will not just approve, just say what they are. Investigations, because
respectfully, maybe I believe in attitudinal change than this, because soldier for one fight the galamsey. You call was a crop, not soldier for we yeah. They were going to fight a canker. They ended up being part of the canker.
Yes. But when attitudes are changing.
The attitude none of them will be no. There yakura be mkwase one in day and they try red light. One in him day. One in him day.
FM.
And they try red light. There yabaku crown no. Say yan kasa yan jian tum say. Ye be yiri ye hu. Na yasesa ye su ni ye ban ni adwene say. Obia ntimi mecheche the Ghana my customs office AJ and the dealings no agent just compromise komsana udi buye komo no.
But man, moral suasion has no work though, sir. You no more can say yes, and sometimes it gets to a point, and that's why the minister in his thinking not think say yes, kasano adorson. I have to send this LI to Parliament. Legalize Sadiana air so that then make sure that there is a legal backing for it. Because a good time beer, you need law and the implementation of that law to get people to change. Because I just actually a man for him say, hey, Sika ewo we more de. Omane ho edu ho na yemfa cha power.
But obi Mr. Wadarama. And Omani we will not improve. If we don't want to be real to ourselves. If we don't want to, and then Obi, let's close the docket. Free for all, NDC bar, omni call the pepe, na chili be an echo, MPP bar, omni call. Then we should not be worried about development or welfare. Because any penny number yet, Juma. If the committee,
men of conscience,
are you saying that Nipa committees are outdoor at TT now? Reports on the about it, and you are satisfied with it. If we are not ready to mentally re-look at how we have operated as a country and as a people. No matter the change that we are calling for, that change will not happen. That change will not happen. Me the message. Yeah, kika where maybe to say there should be certain amendments to whatever I believe that. Ye ni pano so ye to say bribia dano. Ye magana ho ehia e kakra. Because they are trust action.
Sure.
Majority of the youth of this country, no. Patriotism and services to this country, we should be worried. That's where the challenge is. Where people are not even ready to be proud of the country that has given them all this energy to this point.
Yes.
Oh, you're a proud Ghanaian. Yeah. If you're not a proud Ghanaian, so who did some money towards Ghana and out to Ghana? And Kao.
Yeah.
Because Ghana and Kao, who are proud of Ghana. And to our leaders too as well. If they want us to follow suit and go by the constitution and ethics, and also believe in what the national security document talks about, patriotism, love, transparency, and all, leaders should be a reflection of these qualities.
Yeah.
Leaders should be.
And let me say this, and I think we're here to the minority. Enra say wutie kweku asantea. Unse mi busane say what is the position of the minority?
Exactly.
Because me kind of John the minority is not against import restrictions. They are against the power being vested in the minister alone. But me take quick and it seems say even the minority, omo position in share that clear on this. Are they against the import restriction in it entirety say yempe import restriction be a enko and I say a power wo minister in same enomo because a basa omumpe import restriction the crowd will be surprised and I'll tell you why I'll be surprised because this idea of 24-hour economy unse and I'm not make catch say a byproduct of demand in the system. When there is that demand now, all the and it's almost say a voluntary. All the companies a person a benefit from 24-hour economy and when there is demand, voluntarily they would go. The demand would instigate 24-hour. How would the demand come? The demand would come when there is demand for local product. Ebenezer Woka say when they implemented this policy under Louisa Bissio, all the local manufacturers were happy. Very happy. Why? Because there was demand. Yeah. The demand came because of the import restrictions now a buy. So you have to necessarily buy 40% from local manufacturers. Into that import restriction will create that local demand.
The 247 are affected.
Which local demand will then instigate our 247 economy. And you cannot fight.
I don't get
it. The policy incoherence is dumbfounded. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Rather,
how do we make sure that this thing will work? Absolutely. Because you have to create the demand. The demand will come when a bit of restriction was system forcing people to buy from the local producers. I don't understand why anybody will find
some of them understand weird, so funny. Say election year, go for that is what is happening. Oh, they be than the idea any patriotism. They be that the idea kind say our levels of suspicion, every move by anybody in this country. Unipa na nwini nsusu so papa de be bro man no. Adwene ni nyina ne say we the movement room, we the movement room. How do you even think? That's why because I am here worried. You bomb me din say me name Kroma sin Kratia.
Yes.
Na ya bomb me shiri. Uni me yona me dia back of farmer me. Me be so mining any munipa. It's a huge responsibility. It is not an opening for money making or money making. Ebi ni eka so for some ko mutimi nya bre. Ensho mabushia. The moment you take up that responsibility to represent your country in whatever capacity, a great responsibility. It's not fanfare, it's not merrymaking. But when you see a band say, now a norm, normal. Say, and ne, your bomb din, say me, na me krum mensin krachi.
Yes.
And no, I told you me bush your phone in me see. Destin powder ne other powders Saturday night near be have Kenya in ebesa because me be far by sika edidia me peche amana sa somo no accountability no accountability etihwe ahokekanya kukudura sabi obi wani ma enipa binu ani omote potem ne mantemu ye nim say these people should not even get access to certain high offices of the land. But we are all looking on, very much unconcerned, allowing certain personalities to gain access to some topmost positions are delicate for country's progress and development. Why? Because say BBI M'Ahiasem. We cannot, and I repeat, and I've said this severally.
Yes.
We cannot continue. Yentimin twaso enyanyoma dadana enwini enhu se ade bechi no na ade foforo asi wasempa Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem so it's a lie. De no obi ya yen adwene se yen ye ba yen didi atema na ye ka se o eno a be hihye no de atema de be hihye no because ubenya pano me so no obenya no na adwene se be obedi atem.
No, sorry,
baby. If you create that avenue, if that is what you want to achieve, you achieve that. But we have created a decent platform for fair-minded and objective, focused, patriotic people to come and obian can't no obian some prescribed solutions. The bigger picture is Ghana. Do your partisan politics, but don't always press the self-destruction button and always come back and say, "Oh, say na ya man yourself na yeah." Hey,
it can be a gum.
It can be a gum.
On that way, there are 2 or 3 releases I will say run it through quickly. Now, let me say good afternoon to Nanaya Brefo. Nanaya Brefo drew my attention to BBC. I say Oko committee, na minister Oko minister na minister Bogu who appeal. That's a minister assign Bogu Utimiko court. And there is a provision there. There is a third resort, and on the at the court after the minister. Thank you. Thank you.
No, estate developer and I say, on the town. I say, that's here na pizza. No. The last time I checked, no also display estate you are to nana misro. Anya she may be at was here. It me because it's an opportunity to have a building in Accra. Misro will be. I know keep fit pa so. Yeah. Me say na say oh yeah training come. But ne kwan na de ko fi enye. Oh no na ti jogo.
Yeah, so but man, and then so just by way of news, a special prosecutor at a news conference was as part of the act and also updating Ghana on the status of investigations are all your cases at court. And I think he did that today on some of the issues. He was you can see sending the buafu. I don't know, say a bufu, say a frustration, or say but
made very simple on the special prosecutor. Baby, I mean, me have me kakran say ordinary some kwa judge for so. A hot day obi.
Special. Sir, if you suspect, sir, judiciary not taking position be against him.
Papa on your normal because on your normal person in terms of nim dia wa kwa.
Oh, sure.
Any modern bawa point. Unso your normal. Me met medin komo bi any kwazo no dibi. Me met medin komo bi me gidi any say which is right say any ho kwan say ono so timi di sa komo ni bi.
Sure.
It is a uba which you experience exposure. Now we know esu yesu abontino. Ebia na wo de wo besu na judge for the crowd gang. These revered people on the bench. Only omo and akwaba all these years. You experience as a seasoned lawyer. Obi antimi tutu ojeje mu. Debia don say me kan say ebra all banning sem okan no. Say okan say ono kra de these public officers now or this should be able to because there's no way we are measuring them by way of performance or whatever.
Accountability.
Yeah. And one time me born myself at least this is a young focused man who is in to change the status quo, not the usual how you did there and but mesreno obi me mesreno Onyabotre because there's an act establishing me boa ni na ho odi baby e kodu nyina say wom baby o tumi to tumi ko nyina say wom eti me say no again komo bi on ma eni bedwemu no matter how frank you want to be nyen komo nyina na edi ni bedwem komo ni bi on ma but it's all the cocoa now because
and especially because of Nejuma and the functions he needs the support of the judiciary and you don't have to be seen to be on a collision course with
if you don't feel frustrated as you are saying you're not even claiming you believe that you're not being frustrated if you're not being frustrated your everything is spelled out as a special prosecutor. You're very independent. So be all you see my expectation was that maybe you ban now bedin komo say Macau kokoma me person me so sa no man na yesu no na ma me to me Ghana for na ma me to the president say me be say adwuma we me no aka unfi say ufi say na be ye dia ene me srew me twe me ho na afemu de then but the usual complaint they will be I'm reading cases as special prosecutor almost every time. Cases already cocogina. APN to chance. I don't know.
And say, be na why frustrated.
Now
the strength of your
case. Now, because I made in Komobi. Because one of catch us say, Abontia Gina, Eddie Komo, and I'm a Supreme Court. Lawyer be pa or Ghana hobby. There we are. Let me say more, omutimi kan lawyer for him to a certain level like that.
Supreme Court.
Hey,
the apex court of the land.
Minim lawyers omu here juma no omu different case omu so here. That I mean sure because you feel very intimidated positively. You won't be me here 3x4 7 1.
The Supreme Court of Ghana.
Me say lawyer be pa obi.
Omo dress.
Oh my man who say no yeah me go me the first. Say me tell them hey you me nyobia. What we say here is totally different from what happens in the court of the land. Even a lawyer 42 number Becky Kansala can see. Totally opposite what goes on in court. It is mature dear 2 months. Hey, a lawyer want to be the trouble. Do you want to Becky Kan? No more appear before any young for we are. Dear cost you honor. If you are not careful,
yes,
you might think that the AC one that's the reality on the ground. It's not true. Number 2, I didn't even because they know more yes, Supreme Court the Supreme Court in paying for any young for and answer for say they be answer again no Kurana. A visit to the Supreme Court. Oh, was able to. I lawyer for me no back crowd there. And say won come see come sabi obi. Na Ghana Juma baako bi lawyer. Say won come see come sabi. Oh, I mean, say there's power. There's power in the blood of Jesus.
Anthony Nuku say Obi Busa Oman Mame say OSP no onkodi nkomo wa hemfa.
There be na way the wadaruma. Now Busa say
wasiama today midweek 3 sure numbers. Anthony Nuku is crazy.
Say Juma me no ya la fe na wo kasa. Ejuma wo no.
Was it ko challenge ai kasa. Anthony Nuku no.
We say na
good afternoon.
We say na omra na oba ya che. It's very important. Onye na omra. Na also on chia basintali mami.
Yeah, basintali.
On chia ni mami. And one of
on can so say next time and fast kind saying the con enquest. Or youth leader.
Me pen asem no.
Root Sedo.
Yeah.
They are leaders of the youth.
Also,
or more influence.
Or disappointing me kakra.
Those things are not. They are not proper. They are not proper.
I know. My member more one of their legal brains, young woman be. I know.
Beatrice.
I just
solid lady.
Yeah. Indeed. Also, Machiano. But many invitation to my friend Trent because Bishop Alote, our Living Faith International Church. And so I shared the DBS from. Or shall I say 26th November, no be 3rd December.
Okay.
And Tiakasa for be Dr. Bodi Nyamiche.
Oh.
And Apostle General Nankasa Kranshankra.
Kobe.
Yeah, and Dr. Kojo Bempa.
Yeah, I've seen the signboard no.
A huge program
a very railways.
Omaton sa framing. Na me share Bishop Alotibo say meba era of paying Reverend Piakofi so
baby.
Wow,
that's
very solid
a stellar lineup.
In the host to Bishop Alote. Bishop Machiawe we onyame nwosan nkoso nye kese o. Ye ba betra na ase na yenso
Bishop Alote.
Yeah, timi agi onyame ahoden.
Wow.
Eni bi aye. Obi mi do ma mi baby. Anopa tutu na mo press release bi aba. My name is Can press. Is it that of the aid for the Works and Housing Minister?
Yeah.
So who video no?
No, I've not seen the video.
Oh, no, Dominic, or Brony na Brony na Brony.
Nipa ni Brony.
Oh, Brony. Brony na kind the minister's response minister general.
And we Paul Yando, according to this statement, or a media assistant to Honorable Asenso Boache. And also spurious allegation of bribery, November 29th, which is today. Our attention has been drawn to a video of a gentleman by name Claude Convencer David. That's what we're Ghana. Okay. In which he alleges that in 2017, the then Deputy Chief of Staff at the Office of the President, Honorable Asenso Boache, solicited for a bribe from him in order to grant him access to the president. We wish to state categorically that the allegation is false and evil. Honorable Asenso Boache does not know the gentleman in question. He has never met him nor had any interaction whatsoever with him. It may be recalled that this is not the first time this allegation has been made against the MP by the same person. It became obvious then that there was no iota of truth in the allegation. It gives cause to wonder why the gentleman will repeat the same allegation at this time, if not for evil or malicious intentions. It bears saying that the repetition of a false allegation does not make it true. It was false then, and it is false today. It is obvious that this is a spurious allegation which has resurfaced as a result of the propaganda machinations of the MP's political opponent and detractors who wish to court unnecessary public disaffection for him in order to score cheap political point. Should the Ghana Police and/or the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, find any weight in the allegation, we strongly suggest that they invite Mr. David to provide further and better particulars. By this statement, a notice is hereby served on Mr. David to desist from further repeating the allegation anywhere. The MP shall, under legal advisement, take appropriate remedial action should he repeat this false allegation against him. In the Paul Yando statement, no? Brunini.
So, Brunana or Fantini.
Oluku oye kokɔ de ba to so oye unze we Ghana ne na onye Ghana ne skin color.
Okay.
In the bia the skin color ye kokɔ de baby oye Ghana ni.
So kameka minkabia me say do kan eno no. So Betty mold oye Ghana ni.
Yes. Yes. No ba we kokɔ ne Betty mold ye ni bia we de we broni fita kokɔ.
That's what was ade mra BT.
No, baby remember so what to say. In so oye Ghana, that's the point I'm making.
Okay.
But I hear owners of Melcom any way more third generation.
Yeah.
But they are Ghanaians now. Almost skin color to say indeed. We just have to be. We was answer but carry count.
Utia. Or utie pa or very worrying things about no maybe or no not jinimono. Or did say across 27.
But so far we show evidence that say Obi just carefree now.
Obi maybe it was a self-destruction battle no. Both within the MPP and the NDC no. And then the national elections no. Maka same we say abato enye bra me ni obi na atena higher adwuma for over years. Obi when DC when MPP nyina ko share constituency baako. Enti hon na me be kire say obi no sebe me hokwa no ba beji watch.
Yes.
What you say no odi born and all those. And no emma corona obaso we candifo no. Emma impunjo na yepen eba na. Sebe so this ankomo we are uwe no the body central for no. Na what kire ekwanya yewura asenso boache. Go we do kind of trial.
Yeah.
Nti bia owie na no na dance aba. Eni we call am here. Oye all demand for me ni twa picture me record in sema okan
ni.
Ana sika no me de ma matis wa boss say Dominic is it the chairman for former chairman who is the chairman?
Also the man will be.
Or the man also the man
Anyas Gazali so wan. But where there is another statement at this time from one press secretary. Also, Mr. Anyas Gazali, press secretary. And also the statement they say for immediate release. Corruption allegation against NPP Northern Regional First Vice Chair. Alhaji Idrisu Sunday.
Release statement.
And the press secretary release statement. And you say, Northern Regional First Vice Chairman Alhaji Idrisu Sunday, and in the allegation against him and the Minister of Housing by the CEO of Pop Diesel and Alafi Food Group Company, Mr. Claude Convincer David.
Papa no Kasai.
Papa no Kasai, you know, CEO of Pop Diesel.
Okay.
Pop Diesel, no more there.
Well, be almost the diesel pop up. Say me obusa menu nyani.
And Alafi Food Group in the one CEO. Inti where Alhaji Sunday and the press secretary.
Was it there?
My attention has been drawn to a viral video in circulation on various social media platforms in which one businessman, Mr. Claude Convincer David, claimed that I, Alhaji Idrisu Sunday, Northern Regional Vice Chairman of the NPP, has once in 2017 asked him to pay an amount of $20,000 as facilitation fee to meet with the president on his proposed business document to start a Jethrofa plantation in the northern region of Ghana. According to Mr. David, this arrangement was to be done through the outfit of the former Deputy Chief of Staff, now MP for Bantama, and Minister for Works and Housing, Asenso Boache. I want to state categorically that Mr. David has demonstrated by his conduct that he is a pathological liar. The first time I set my eyes on Mr. David was in early 2017 when he came to my private office in the north through a young businessman with a proposal on Jetrofa plantation for the production of biofuel in the northern region. The purpose of their visit was to seek political assistance for my outfit to get their proposal considered by the 1D1F Secretariat in Accra. Our discussion ended when I advised them to write straight to the Secretariat and also copy the Minister for Trade and Industry and get me the notification from there to help them see what I can do. Mr. David and his team left my office on the 20th May 2017, and since then, I have never set my eyes on him. For the avoidance of doubt, I did not introduce Mr. David to Honorable Asenso Boakye, neither did I make any claim of money from him to be given to Honorable Asenso Boakye or anyone for that matter. I appeal to the general public to disregard all those allegations from Mr. David and to treat same with utmost contempt. I have since forwarded the said video to my lawyers for study and advice on appropriate legal action. Signed, Mr. Anyas Ghazali, Press Secretary. Ain't Omonsu statement Omodiaba.
Well, Obi, no. I'm happy so no kwado dia to us call the lawyer for. Say the lawyer should take some of these talks now. Elections say bad.
Yes.
You organize ke kansa ke kenya ke kansama ke se gunipa ufi. Say no kure wumpa all parties should take this matter up. Me minimum rana motion de me so be kansama na say enkoyi ma na nukure bi anima. Na say mpesem ni nipa ni ediesia. Merem de na say
you go to court.
Nti I'm happy so the man lawyers be who say so also nukure bi anim de na papa no. But the question therefore continues to be say other na nipa wo ho a obo trimu po say obe kasima to be so and obe destroy obi and obe detroit for obi. Why is it happening so? And it happens election time. We've lived peacefully as in ebusuako back in this country. By the way, MP before January ni offer ya ba me in the year ni January. Now the national picture na beba na me 2024. You see next time kasa and then throw ni sem keka. We are losing everything. Wow, young unia or church member. Will be I only dim come this away there. I'm so comfortable and relaxed, Charlie. We are just sharing and then it's between us. We don't know the next year. Nyame aduma. In some man nipa binim ebe record and enye adwin papa. Just to create chaos, confusion, destroy people, blackmail people, character assassinate people. And what do we achieve as a people? What do we achieve? In fact, what now 2017? What about you say since 2017? Na no mo ka say yenim de ya na.
Na nensam no de ye hu no no ye press conference ana.
E bia no kasa kire ewiematum for dia because obi abu say. Sabre no obi. When timi entu anamon bia that's where I think that the sector minister
he should go to court.
The sector minister.
Because in the sector minister statement,
that's what the sector minister.
This was done 4 years ago.
2017 was our back.
And I was saying,
there's a sign pano buapayum.
Then should go to court.
Abuabi to different is sebi. Kaso to buaboa.
No,
to be member as you the sector minister is saying, and to this empty lies, evil by what he's saying. Now, it encourages other people to follow suit.
Yeah. My only advice based on statement free Alhaji Sunday Hoaban NSA. And I think they should also take this caution. Oman, this thing I said because he says in his statement say Papa ne ba ne hono or directing say onko secretary at go apply. Now Oria Oman notification no say okay my apply and then I will see what I can also do.
Facilitating.
Charlie, they should stop that thing. And let's rather let people have faith in the system. My system uncle apply to the secretariat. Let the secretariat take over. This thing say Bramehon and I'll see what I can do.
My after saying my apply for immigration. Now be SHS will be also excellent. 111 when you do my system now. There be. Say to whom you know. when you be in the
how do we build a system?
Baby, I'm calling you me 15,000. Now I'm call na ko 15 no. Na ko nya kwan ko immigration. Why? I'm say cat na cat line. Na ma be jijo. How we having this mentality?
Somebody should see what he can do. Anyway, what kind of system?
I don't think I'm nipa body function also because you nipa help account to no. Anybody be done visa contractors.
Charlie.
Anybody be done no visa contractors. Eti mesre. Also be a can abesi asema na meka say. Yesu ban ne ya adwene no. Ya yire ho ansakire mu kakra.
Oh.
We'll continue to do the same old things and expect a change, which I don't think will happen. Timi de mesre. Obi mesre.
Yeah.
The sector minister says Sobwachi, a fine gentleman. Alaji Sunday in there, I don't really know much about him. I think they should go a step further, fish out for a year personality in 2017. Muamokrata say a throne on Namno Odi. Na mesre mo party for Muntie. Muamo betum ho baba, de atwam kono kra na ba e ba ko MPP for mekaya. Dr. Baumiane a year honorable candidate Japan. Mo da mo hwa ayampia party ba ko mo fo mototo mo. Yen you know so much ayampia to. So now they will make reference to that ayampia,
of course.
To enyom no mo kan. They will make that reference. It must have a orphan. Into the muano, mon petit mo na me petit no. And I say I'm looking at a bigger picture of Ghana.
Yes.
Because as soon as I done in opposition or in orphan constituency, and one and Yamia Mema, a Rebecca national affect here. Ghana is breaking down in terms of our values, our culture, and our identity. As a result of some of these things that yen dealing with it. Now, yes, so and then you might be
agency. It's true.
Ghana,
it's true.
At this point, yan yiri when you na pampia, and your ma ensem fatankwa na ebetwa e dia family. Suehuna enye papa. Ane beto dia family. Bibia ebe nya opportunity bia no. Ye dia amanyosem efiafia ho. Ekro bia modua nya mudi from anopa to kopim anwumre. E ya amanyosem emfa so ne mpuntu obi ama no. Se ekro no ekro no de bia da kwhweko na e affect mo. To say was misere. If we claim as a people, as a country, that we want to see positivity, it should not be always business as usual.
Yeah, it's true.
It should not be business as usual. Now the crack no. Sector Minister Road. By the close of the year, it is at least. Also, ultimately, Babet ni ebedin komokakra because what dodgy ache. We need to understand the challenges the ministry and the minister facing. Said the bear and because and real. Say about so kind all the one any a giant say no creation no go any a giant minister come and talk to us. You are serving us. That is what you have demonstrated over time. Come and explain to us. You've gone to Japan in support of this motorway project. What has happened? Because nobody in this country can say we're scared here. IGF I mean they be other your first can chair in the form of a grant, the money in the form of Messia. If you minister don't even conjure any magic. Come and talk to us. Let us feel that you are doing your best. This is where we are as a people. Now you see December musobi. So mentality is afraid of na.
Eric J. Samin Kancho said with regards to the poor roads in German North constituency, and also German North. Eric, which are my specific roads?
Now the German
German North was so far. But Eric, German North there, I think say more the end cry saying man so Manson kwine de trokan koi enti eno so no yenya minister all of that na ye de bebusa no. And okay, Obia send me video in the Kwame Chum, one of our drivers here at the multimedia said demolition be cost for 37 license office masa na dan o mo dwiri agu no man hey Kezia may send you video no fatu so sisi a You see 37 license office ho. And we one of our drivers multimedia how no akwa so Kwame Chum. In the monfa video nento so na yenhwe adan a omu dwurigu 37. I don't know what's happening, but we say Obi, I heard the special prosecutor speak today and I cried. I asked myself, what will the ordinary citizen of the country benefit from Ghana? If a certain class of people are immune from investigations and prosecutions, then where do we stand as a state? Whenever there is an effort to stop corruption, those who benefit from this menace gang up against that individual. And also saying, Kennedy Japan is a typical example. Look at what was done to him in this MPP primaries. And I'll tell you that the election was not free and fair. Really? When the man himself says it was fair? I have evidence to this effect. No. Why are we doing this to ourselves as a nation? God should deliver Ghana from every evil.
Evidence. I know.
Where George New Kaite can for president Chicago coordinator. And on the way.
Oh, I dance the why just say Adibia Kosoanya Papa. Oh, say I dance.
The interesting is a coordinator for the candidate is free and fair. The candidate himself said the election is fair.
You don't do things which like anyhow like that.
It is George New Kaite.
Help the system. If you have a dance here. So incriminating a chess, Zana Montuwe,
and you're fair.
I'm a Cassan way. I did a Cassetiano. I did a Cassetiano. I dance and war, also Vamba, also to Boko Park and so. And an open when I'm okay, and I said, you are crying more than the belief because the belief, Nicolas say, it was free and fair.
It was free and
fair. You are over Jana, you now be switching on the day by better. Let's stop that. Some people think that. They amudo party nana. You see, if you shall don't the door, we are not real in our love, our so-called love for the people we are following. We are not real. They be from full respect. If you don't to all the leaders, John Dramani Mama, every leader, take this down.
One critical lesson for leaders. Yeah.
The kind of people that you are dealing with, cowards, hypocrites, sycophants, bootlickers, very cunning and treacherous people.
We say, Obi, the policy to restrict some commodities is laudable, extremely locally driven economic ideas, but it should be introduced progressively. It shouldn't be in the rush because it's dangerous if not strategically implemented. Kwejo edu pako ewo as chim eswum ne dia o dia breye enono. Okay, let me see if you've got any. My brother Kofi Achena of the Manifest group says solid submissions by Omanhene. Kofi Achena medase. Papa Pamidise. Oye minua omona eye patriotic song na ya yebono. A cappella group. He is the leader of the a cappella group. Or SD. And in the video no demolition cost 37 honene na egusu amount for AD and common. I don't know what the issues are. But we would see. Say benya before but say demolition there. Amount for adan ukobugua.
Yempe brane lawyer Jan
Kwame Jan in Sase Honsem too much.
You know, and I'm joining me with Apostolic Empowerment the channel 30 days prayer no 6 to 7 p.m.
6 to 7
prayer session
okay. Yeah, fasting throughout the day
no just
6 to 7
for 30 days.
Okay,
we are wrapping it up tomorrow.
Okay,
Apostolic Empowerment dance under the able leadership of Apostle Selassie Adainti.
Honorable Ebenezer Nina Nati Seminka just say or chain minima de crop
or chain because opese me buana ono sutimi Eric Claimu can say
Ablikuma Central seat no
na makache and say
so primaries near this weekend
Saturday
or say whabe orphan constraints Saturday
Jefferson ana man ko reference
your
Tarek Jefferson show
Collins
Collins
Amua, I think
Jefferson Collins and then
Nina Nati Ebenezer Nati and I think one other person also.
Okay. Yeah, decent politics.
Sure.
I'm going to be.
Okay. Nana Kojo who Chicago also message out the buyer is attacking George New York Kite.
Oh, Debbie. Now George New York Kite, come on, show a young cousin, young queen.
Oh, sure.
Sure. They all say, you don't need to attack.
Yeah.
You can only tell George, say, who are dancing, you are Fabra.
That's simple.
Why?
In fact, from Adenta through so many to Bong, the roads are bad. Or say the people of Krobo are suffering into Yemfam to roads.
The Ahoy family, Chioma, Mechomokache. Anna
Atokwamena and Akwesi.
Yeah. Anna, how far with Ochem? Ochem, I saying.
Hey, we have to update on the funeral.
Ochem.
1 week no more, you know.
Oma, you 1 week.
Anna, hey.
Oma, you 1 week.
Anna, 1 week never be. And I think 1 week never be.
I have no idea about
it. We have to cross check.
Fifi Boafu Denia, Yamaya Duma, this weekend or Takwa. Ne papa, woman got Tanachi. Now Uncle Kata ne papa. Chikama, Fifi Boafu. Baby, I will be out soon, Yanami, Yakosu, Kokora, Fifi Boafu, Yaminka on show day. I've been there before. It's not a normal moment and time to Yaminka and be strong. And yet easy. Oh, that's when you're a teacher cry. Yeah, the farmers they about you know. Ubuhuni pa ombeshe unkras but it's not bringing that back.
It's true. It's true.
Shedding pa. That's Moses Paka Sumami.
Yeah, Muspaka. Mediema FC CEO. Mate.
Na say oh no, ntina na o pese sorry ko yi. Na 18 na debia da make o. Wada ma o hwe na o hwe se ye de kese the device dey ga me ni obi le me so che obi o.
Hey, but unim say ani osabuta send me a message. Say, I saw this yesterday in cantonment. Such things are more common in certain communities, but in high profile places like this, then it means we are all at risk. In the way, I think property of Parliament of Ghana, keep off. Trespassers will be prosecuted. In the wall and the Parliament for the Wina Kwakobon, cantonment. In the why watching say cause assassins Parliament there in the movie.
Ochem 1 week I feel neighbor. 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week no in December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel no air by in December. And then a honor Omubeyi on better time.
Now LPG first stage opposition on 24-hour engagement.
No, say ne wabe maybe Obeka.
24 hours.
No, say man, and what's almost state your position on it. Also for more policy alternative.
And they have to also
say more cano. I say busa questions.
It is not you. Now what the way? Oh, how the my why coming to?
Criticize me. Now the media will do the about him to me.
No, the point is
no, we are
NDC led by John Mahama.
Yes.
I started a release your policy alternative.
Yes.
And about what the buy no. Policy game changer no.
Yes.
247.
Yes.
247.
Yes.
Ubi. Empty.
No. That is not something I don't do.
No, let me
say. LPG. What policy alternative here then? Why are you coming to attack somebody's policy?
Me buy medical camp say $10 billion job fund.
Yes.
Akulabia organ hanoma also starting their own business, you know. We support them with money to start their own business. I feel so akwagete bia ya won organ hanoma 18 years. But so e be twa Omomonya Juma so with unemployment benefit, any job seekers allowance, and then income support. To stimulate the economy, to generate demand activities in the economy, to create jobs and to create wealth.
Yes.
Now, sir, I want 24-hour economy, no? Because simply me be kasa onwa mama me raho pa. Papa Bakubi a friend no Yaba was say game changer.
Yes. That's what he thinks.
What actually is going to change the game? And then
maybe when we come back,
presidential candidate with them say one mummy imagine
because we need 24 no okoko mines we are running 24/7 at the mines. Galam say for quiet 24/7.
But have you taken omo Q&A no more releasing what kind? The party's communications bureau
Ghana web no.
Party Communications Bureau releases question and answers. Frequently asked questions about the 24 hours. Have you read it?
The answers say omni nyina I near exist.
Okay. You better home after this short break. Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem, you